The Philadelphia Eagles are already thinking ahead to the 2026 NFL Draft, but the buzz surrounding wide receiver A.J. Brown is making headlines right now. Reports are swirling about a potential trade that could send Brown to the New England Patriots, and it's time we dissect what this means for the Eagles, their future, and the implications for Jalen Hurts. The latest revelation comes from a piece by Mike Sando, which highlights insights from league executives. According to these insiders, there's a strong expectation that the Eagles will be moving their star wideout to New England in a post-June 1 transaction. The reasoning? The financials become far more manageable for Philadelphia, with a dead cap hit of $16.4 million compared to a staggering $43.4 million if they pull the trigger before that date. This trade scenario isn't just idle speculation. It's backed by significant chatter from around the league. Now, let's break this down. The prospect of A.J. Brown, who has been a cornerstone of this Eagles offense, leaving for the Patriots is not one to take lightly. His presence on the field has transformed the aerial attack, providing Jalen Hurts with a reliable target and a dynamic playmaker. But with the Eagles reportedly facing challenges in juggling their salary cap, the question remains, can they afford to keep him? As the offseason progresses, rumors have hinted at a disconnect between Brown and the franchise, fostering speculation that a trade could be in the cards. An ESPN commentator suggested that the consensus among league insiders is that a trade is indeed on the horizon. Can they coexist? Maybe, but it's probably not best, he remarked, underscoring the uncertainty surrounding Brown's future in Philadelphia. This is not just about on-field performance. It's about aligning personnel with the team's broader vision. Furthermore, the potential for joint practices between the Eagles and Patriots adds another layer to this narrative. If A.J. Brown is indeed traded, those practices could serve as a fitting backdrop for his reunion with the Patriots. Coach Nick Sirianni and New England's Mike Vrabel are reportedly in talks to facilitate these sessions, which would undoubtedly draw a crowd and generate plenty of interest. The atmosphere at the New Balance practice fields could be electric, especially if it's the last time fans see Brown in Eagles green. As we navigate this trade speculation, the question of compensation looms large. What will the Eagles receive in return for their star receiver? The thought of landing a future first-round pick is tantalizing, but the reality is that negotiations can be complex. Will the Eagles demand a player from New England in return? Perhaps a young talent to bolster the roster? There are myriad possibilities, each with its own set of ramifications for the team's future. The clock is ticking, and the Eagles have decisions to make that could shape their trajectory for years to come. The A.J. Brown situation is emblematic of the larger challenges facing the organization as it strives to balance immediate competitiveness with long-term strategy. Fans are understandably anxious. The thought of losing a player of Brown's caliber is unsettling. Yet the potential benefits of a well-executed trade can't be ignored. As we stay tuned to the unfolding drama, one thing is clear. The Philadelphia Eagles are at a crossroads. The decisions made in the upcoming weeks will not only impact the 2023 season, but could dictate the direction of the franchise for the foreseeable future. The stakes are high, and the anticipation is palpable. What will the Eagles do next? The future of Jalen Hurts with the Philadelphia Eagles is a topic that never fails to ignite debate among fans and analysts alike. As he enters the third year of his hefty 5-year, $255 million deal, averaging an astounding $51 million per season, the question arises, what's next for Hurts? While many contracts across the league are adjusted based on performance or salary cap considerations, Hurts' situation seems to stand apart, at least for the immediate future. This season, Hurts is locked in with a guaranteed salary of $51.5 million and a cap hit of nearly $32 million. As we look ahead to the 2027 season, it becomes even more complicated with a guaranteed salary of $22 million and a staggering cap number exceeding $42 million. The Eagles have a clear commitment to Hurts, and while some might argue they need to restructure or extend his contract, the reality is that they're set with him at the helm for the foreseeable future. The 2026 season is pivotal, not just for Hurts, but for the entire franchise. Despite ongoing discussions about his role as a pocket passer, statistical evidence supports his effectiveness. He finished fourth in the NFL for passer rating when operating within the pocket, boasting a commendable rating of 104.2. While his completion percentage sits at a modest 68.1%, His 20 touchdowns against just 4 interceptions speak volumes about his ability to execute when it matters most. When faced with pressure, Hurts has shined, ranking 6th in passer rating when blitzed, with a rating of 109.2. He tied for 3rd in touchdown passes with 15, while maintaining a completion rate of nearly 64%. These numbers underscore his resilience and adaptability, qualities that have been crucial for the Eagles' success. Under head coach Nick Sirianni, the Eagles have adopted a risk-averse offensive strategy, evidenced by their staggering 42-3 record when winning the turnover battle. However, this approach faltered spectacularly during last season's wild-card loss to the San Francisco 49ers, raising concerns about the reliance on such a strategy. Hurts has followed the organization's directive to protect the football, leading to back-to-back NFC East titles and a Super Bowl appearance. The system has proven effective, but change is on the horizon. With Sean Mannion poised to revamp the offense in 2026, fans are eager to see how this new direction will affect Hurts' performance. While the core personnel is largely intact, there's hope that a fresh scheme will allow Hurts to elevate his game, particularly in his ability to throw outside the pocket. His current outside-the-pocket passer rating of 77.6, ranking him 20th in the league, needs attention, even though it shows marginal improvement from the previous season. The Eagles must also focus on enhancing their first down efficiency to relieve some of the pressure off Hurts and bolster their offensive production. Despite the scrutiny he faces, Hurts remains the Eagles' quarterback for 2026 and likely for 2027 as well. The public discourse surrounding him may fluctuate, but it's essential to remember that each year brings its own set of challenges for starting quarterbacks in the NFL. The quarterback room is shaping up as well, with Tanner McKee positioned as the number 2 and veteran Andy Dalton filling the number 3 role, albeit not at his full $4 million salary. The Eagles have a strategy in place, and for now, Hurts is the centerpiece of that plan. As we dive into this season, it's crucial to embrace the journey ahead with Hurts. The Eagles could be on the brink of witnessing the best version of him yet. The stage is set, and the anticipation is palpable as we await the unfolding of this promising season. Next, we'll explore the implications of the Eagles' roster moves and how they might impact the team's trajectory. In the world of sports, perceptions can often stray far from reality, and that's precisely what Jason Kelce is addressing. When a viral post suggested that the unsung heroes of the Philadelphia Eagles sideline, the so-called water boys, were raking in hefty salaries for simple tasks, it sparked a firestorm of debate. Kelce's rebuttal not only defends his teammates, but also sheds light on the critical expertise that these individuals bring to the team, elevating the conversation beyond just a matter of pay. Kelce, the stalwart center of the Eagles, didn't hold back. He stepped up to clarify the misconception that sideline staff are merely filling bottles and handing out water. In his own words, he stated, "The guy squirting water into Zach Ertz's mouth is Joe Opella. He's an athletic trainer that's been with the team for over 15 years at this point. This isn't just a guy with a bottle. This is a trained professional dedicated to the health and well-being of the athletes on the field. The term water boy is a gross oversimplification of their roles." Kelce explained that the individuals responsible for hydration during games are often athletic trainers, vital members of the team's medical and performance staff. Their responsibilities stretch far beyond just quenching thirst. They are integral to ensuring players remain in peak physical condition. By reducing their roles to mere water fetchers, the public misses the mark entirely, failing to appreciate the years of training and expertise these professionals possess. Kelce went on to provide a personal touch, recalling his own experience with a trainer who helped him recover from an ACL injury. "A guy who rehabbed my ACL tear in my second year, has a master's degree from Pitt, and has years of experience keeping Eagles players healthy and on the field being called a water boy is crazy," he said, underscoring the absurdity of the original claim. It's a poignant reminder that every member of the Eagles organization plays a role in the success of the team, and that success is built on a foundation of expertise and dedication. This incident is a prime example of how easily NFL roles can be misrepresented when boiled down to a single task. The presence of water bottles on the sideline is a mere fraction of what these professionals contribute. They are the backbone of player health, ensuring that athletes are not just hydrated, but also prepared to perform at their highest level. This is about much more than just salaries. It's about respect for the roles that keep the Eagles competitive in the demanding world of the NFL. In conclusion, Jason Kelce's response wasn't just a defense of his teammates. It was a powerful reminder of the complexities behind the scenes at the Philadelphia Eagles. It showcased the intricate web of support that players rely on and the importance of recognizing every single contributor to the team's success. As fans, we owe it to these professionals to acknowledge their hard work and dedication, rather than relegating them to simplistic labels. So, as we continue to cheer for our beloved Eagles, let's also take a moment to appreciate the full roster, players, coaches, and yes, even the athletic trainers who work tirelessly to keep the team on the field. If you're as passionate about the Eagles as I am, don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about the roles of sideline staff? Let's keep this conversation going.